We're here today with Red, White, and Blue for the Insider Sessions. How's it going, guys?
It's going good. Going good.
All right, you want to introduce yourselves?
Sure. Yeah, I'm Scott, Scott Terry, and I sing for the band.
And I'm Greg Ram, and I play guitar, keys, and sing in Red, White, and Blue.
We do so many more things. It sounds so
And
much
other
more,
things as well.
it sounds so much more official.
Okay. So how long has the band been together?
I started the band in college in like 1996, and that was at its very earliest beginnings. But it was important for all of us to graduate, and after that, I wound up moving up to Columbus with our guitar player, and then we sort of took it very seriously and decided to make a career of it. And that was around 2000, and that's when we sort of took on touring and really making a go of it. So the band's been touring for about 11 years straight, but had early incubation beginnings at Ohio University in Athens, Ohio.
All right.
That sounds like that's right. Yeah.
So now y'all are at it pretty full time with about 150 shows a year?
Yeah, about 150 shows a year.
Staying very busy. And we don't really tour, we circuit,
Yeah.
and are constantly moving. Scott likes to call us sharps. We kind of have to keep moving around. Is that the?
I don't know who said it, or if I said it. Somebody said it. I'll take credit for it until somebody comes forward and says that they said it. But indie bands are a lot like sharks. You know, like if you gotta keep moving, or you die. You stop breathing, which is for us kind of always been the case. You know, we don't want to. We must stay the course, and so we've been going at it for a really, really long time. But we love it. It's what we all love to do, and we keep going. I said indie band, which technically.
Yes,
Well, I guess
yeah,
it's
we're-
kind of an
yeah,
indie.
We're independent
We're-
band.
we're
We're a
independent.
mom and pop organization
Thank
that
you. Yes.
works very, very hard at what we do and self-sustain by staying on the road and playing all the time,
Which is
Yeah.
what we have to do.
being the Sharks.
We are the Sharks.
The Sharks circling.
Yes,
Yeah.
Sharks. Yes, cannot go in reverse. We just talked about that earlier. They cannot
Okay.
go in reverse. They have to circle around. They got no options. Can't stop moving. They don't have the gills for it.
Yeah. Well, I know besides the circling that you've been doing,
Yeah.
you've gotten involved in a couple of documentary projects.
Yeah.
One that's about the band, and then one that's about a movie made for Showtime
Yes.
called Unraveled. You want to tell us about those projects?
Yeah. The one that came out first came out in February of this year, and that was called These Magnificent Miles, and it was made by a guy out of New York named Ken Davenport, and it's a film basically documenting our band recording the record These Magnificent Miles, and then going out on the road and sort of taking that to the world, which was great. You know, we sell the record, or we sell the DVD at our shows. You can also buy it online, and that's if you want to hear or see a lot of us. That's pretty much all that documentary is. So we encourage that. We also have we've been a part of a new documentary that's not out yet. It's being shown at a lot of festivals right now, called Unraveled. And it's the story of a man named Mark Dreyer, who next to or just underneath Bernie Madoff was one of the top hedge fund thieves, that happened over the last few years. He stole astronomical sums of money, and we were fortunate enough to be approached by the people who made the film, and they had asked that they commissioned us to write a song for the movie. So we did, and the song is called Magic Man.
And that song will be available digitally later this month, June 2011. So
Okay.
look for that.
Yeah, and it's on Showtime. So watch Showtime or look. Ultimately, I think we whenever, I'm not sure, but it should be coming out on Showtime at some point.
Yeah. I was listening to that song today on your website, redwantingblue.com.
Yeah.
And I really like it. It's a really good song.
Thanks.
Thank you very
Thanks.
much.
It's been it was sort of, we started that song, that process, right before we recorded the new record this winter, and it was really great because it was sort of a departure for the band, and it kind of got us into a different headspace creatively for the new record. Would you say that that's accurate?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was kind of the stepping stone into the new record, but it's something that's not us per se, not exactly Red Wanting Blue. It's a bit outside the box.
Yeah.
But
Which, with this and our new record that it's yet to be announced, the title, that's going to be out late summer, early fall. But I would definitely say that this record is a record that, or the next record, is, we kind of put ourselves out there a little bit more in certain things where, you know, I don't know, I get very excited about it because I think that, like, a lot of that song Magic Man, not that any of the record sounds like that per se, but as we said, like, creatively kind of trying an exercise like that before you even begin the writing process was great, because it got to, you know, you got to get a lot out into that and then get right into work, get really deep into stuff. So I think that we definitely have explored new territory on this record. Sorry, I don't mean to go off on a tangent.
No,
about our record.
these are the things we want to
shamelessly
know.
pushing our new record coming out in the fall.
we're very, very excited for everybody to hear this record, and it's been people have also been waiting a long time for it, and we've been touring on These Magnificent Miles for so long, and very proud of that record. But people are very anxious for new stuff, and we're anxious to give it to everybody. So it's coming
Yeah.
soon, coming soon.
And so when it comes out, we'll be able to get it, I know, through your website, also iTunes and
iTunes, yeah.
other outlets?
Amazon, all the digital outlets, wherever you are most comfortable getting your music digitally, and some other big box retailers will be announced nationally where people can pick up the music.
Which I want to make again. Yeah, this is our first record that we've now made with Under Fanatic Records, because once we signed with those guys in March of last year, we wound up re-releasing These Magnificent Miles, which I think which was great, but at the same time it was kind of tough for us because we had already toured on the record and then it was being re-released again. So that's why our fans were, you know, chomping at the bit to get new music, and we've been dying to get off the road and record a record. So yeah, I'm real excited about this record.
Yeah. How long have you been in the studio so far?
We recorded all winter pretty much. We had pre-production, which kind of bled into the record. So I would say
January, roughly mid-January through
early April.
early April.
Yeah, early April.
We were working on the record in some way, shape, or form all that time. So
And I want to make sure to say that we used our same producer that we used for the last record.
And who would that be?
Jamie Candeloro. He's a friend of ours that we've gotten to know over the years, and he's worked with Willie Nelson and R.E.M. and Ryan Adams and Courtney Love, and he's just absolutely awesome, and he really helped us define kind of the sound of our band on a deeper level with the record These Magnificent Miles. And I felt like we'd tried several records before, and that was definitely the most where we felt like we've kind of found what we were good at, and sort of really making our own identity. And so with this new record, we went back with Jamie because we didn't want there to be any more of like the social niceties. We wanted to like get straight to work and kind of pick up where we left off, and we did. So
Having that relationship really helps a lot, doesn't it?
oh, absolutely.
yeah, things are much more comfortable in the studio, and like Scott said,
Yeah.
we all know each other, and it was getting right to work and knowing how everybody works, and really digging in a little even deeper this time in this record from what we did on these Magnificent Miles. This new record is a little more fine-tuned.
Yeah, you can get like you don't have to be nice to anybody. You can be like, no, I understand what you're doing. No, we don't want to do that. We're going to go back to this. And, well, can you see me through? I mean, well, we still do that. We still always hear everything up. But it was a great process. It was great, and the new record is going to be. I just can't wait. We can't wait. We just got new mixes of it this week, which just still means that there's still tons of stuff to do for it before it comes out. But it's really shaping up great.
We'll definitely be looking forward to that. Well, before we wrap up here, is what else can you tell us? What else do you want to say to our viewers?
I wanted to say that you can hear more of our road stories on an NPR podcast called Snap Judgment, which chronicles us breaking down in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and kind of an odyssey that we took all the way up into Montana and then back through, which you can, so if you go to their website, you can find that stuff.
There's a link to it off of our website, redwantingblue.com.
Yeah.
And you can link right off to that. It's a great story. It's a good listen if you have a little bit of time. It's very fascinating,
Yeah.
at least to us and a lot of people that we've told the story to over time. It's been a hit.
Yeah, and to those who have heard the story, it is kind of stretched into this like 45-minute thing, which you'll all be happy to know was edited and cut down to be about 10 minutes, so it only takes a few minutes. So it doesn't take too long. Other than that, I would say come out and, come to a show.
Hopefully we're in your neck of the woods soon.
Yeah.
Keep checking online for tour dates that are announced all the time. And we're always out and about playing shows. So please come check us out.
Support local music.
Yes.
Support local produce. Local produce picked by local musicians.
Yes.
It's always good. Be amazed at what you can find in your own backyard. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll see everybody out on the road.
Yeah. We'll see you
Okay.
soon. Thank you very, very much.
We're in Iowa.
Well,
Insider
thanks.
Session.
This is Iowa right here. This is where we are.
This is the first stage too that we played on in Ames. I don't even think we mentioned
Yeah, we
that.
didn't even mention that. I'm sorry.
But
And we should also say that we're in headliners.
Yes, we are
in
in-
Ames. They were kind enough to let us use their facility.
yes, thank you very, very much,
Thank you.
Chappie. Thank you. You're the best.
Headliners for housing us right now. And it's true. A small side note, we were driving from Minnesota. We were in St. Paul, and we drove down. We stopped at a Diamond Joe's casino where the waitress there told us, because we didn't know what to do, they told us to go to Clear Lake and then after Clear Lake come down to Ames and check out this town and the university, and that there's a lot of places to play. So we walked in the door over there and gave a CD to the bartender and asked him if we could come in and play the room that night. And he said no, and we started begging, and I think he still said no. And we called and asked if we could open for whoever they had playing that night, and he ultimately let us play. And then they wound up letting us come back the next night and played some more, and then we started playing here. So
Yeah. And we started hitting
we
Ames
hope
consistently.
Yeah, we hope to renegade our way like that into every town in America.
Look out for us. Look out.
The sharks are circling.
The sharks are circling, exactly, and we will not go in reverse.
Okay.
Just keep coming around.
Well, thanks so much for being on Insider Sessions.
Thank you
Thank
for having
you.
us.